Hobsu. I'm Director of Bands here at Newtown High School in Sandy Hook, Connecticut. For our National Jazz Festival set, the Newtown High School Jazz Ensemble will be presenting 3 selections. Our first is Chick on the Grill by Victor Lopez. Soloists are Evan Keckley on trumpet, Kyle Bond on tenor saxophone, and Luke Doherty on timbales. Our second is Body and Soul, written by John Green and arranged by Marty Paich. Soloists are Alex Cipriano on piano and Evan Keckley on trumpet. And we are closing our set with Sing Sang Sung by Gordon Goodwin. Soloists are Tyler Cucciola on clarinet and Michael Spinetta on drum set. Thank you to the National Jazz Festival for this opportunity, and we hope you enjoy our performance.
Right. Hello to Newtown High School Jazz Ensemble. It's Dr. Jeffrey Kunkel here from the Kelly School of Music at Montclair State University in northern New Jersey. It was great to hear your ensemble. Obviously, a developing ensemble, and you're doing a fine job with the literature that was presented, which is very well chosen for your ensemble, showcases the strengths of a very strong drummer who stood out in without really soloing, in a long sense or open solo sense, but within the time and playing the time for the Latin tune that you started with, playing very well in that groove, and also again in sing, sang, sung. So that's the tunes go really well for you, and it's playing to the strengths that you have and the weaknesses in some ways. You get started really well with the Latin tune. The band sounds good in it, seem comfortable with it. Trumpet solo, after a nice Montuno sets things up. Trumpet solo is pretty solid. Tenor, you're not really locked in with the rhythm section. Something really important to do is rhythmically be locked in. Yeah, of course, harmonically we want to be, but we have a little more room there usually, but we don't have a lot of room in this type of literature with being with the rhythm section, okay? I have to say that the closing section, ensemble-wise, was good, well prepared, and well played. I think the band is well prepared and plays well overall. So it was a solid overall piece. Going back a little, I'm sorry, reading off various notes and the sax soli. Again, we want that to lock in a little bit more, all right, with the rhythm section. But nevertheless, a good opener for your group, and it's sounds really strong overall. A comment that I've made in writing was that at times I totally forget that you're missing two trombone parts. Your six brass are really playing well together at times. Then at times it doesn't seem to be consistent. And in fact, that's maybe a good word for what I'm hearing overall. There's times where the articulations are strong and together, and there are times when it's inconsistent. There are times when intonation is really strong, and then there are other times when it seems to be a little bit on the inconsistent side. The blend and balance issues overall, they are kind of strong, and I think that it tends to be, again, you know what, really it's inconsistency. At times it's just not really there. We're missing sort of inside parts. We're getting maybe not enough of the inside trumpets or the saxes in a given section. And of course the trombones, there's nothing we can be doing about that, but maybe we miss them overall in the arrangement. You move into body and soul, nice piano intro, very cool, and then superbly sweet trumpet playing on the melody of body and soul. So really nice. Intonation throughout this in the ensemble is just pretty inconsistent. Same thing for some parts sticking out here and there. Trombone, one really sticks out at one point. And then, as if to be the opposite, there's a really nice lead trumpet part toward the end, going up into the high register, which was really super well played. So in neither case do I mean to infer that the choices are incorrect for your ensemble. Nor would I know enough about your group as a whole to say such a thing. I think they're really well chosen and work well for our ensemble. Just literally talking about the specific performance that I'm watching on the recording. Wow, sing, sang, sung, I think is what Goodman calls it. Starts with a great energy, and drummer helps to provide that. And when the ensemble comes in, great energy, and that's what I thought the situation was throughout that piece. That Sing, Sang, Sung was your best high energy piece at times in the opener, but this one's pretty hard to avoid. But the inconsistencies from the previous numbers, continue on throughout this one. which is why I'm confident in saying that your band is a developing one. And I'd like to see you just keep going at what you're doing. I'd like to see maybe some more soloists getting up there and doing some improvised solos. I don't know what time your group gets to have to work on the techniques and tools of improvisation, or if it's more a situation where it's up to those soloists who are interested in that to work on that part of their playing. So this is something I can't say, but to have a really fine jazz ensemble at some point, that's going to have to step up a little bit so that we get, more improvised solos that are successful within the course of the music. Okay, so excuse me, a lot of talking on recordings today. I'm really glad your school participated in this National Jazz Festival, and more importantly, I hope that we're going to be able to run this festival live next year again for the first time in 3 years in Philadelphia. It's been a couple of years now since we were in person, and we hope we can be there doing it again and hearing all these fine jazz ensembles and letting the students share in each other's success, just as your band's success would be a great part of this. So continued good luck to your ensemble. I very much enjoyed hearing you. Thanks for participating, and we hope we'll see you next year.